Welcome to Things Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional development. As a recording time of almost noon on Eastern Time, Ethereum can trade $3,295, up about 1.61% so far. On the overall crypto market, you can see clearly it's kind of a mixed bag. I would say the altcoin are a little bit more active than the key coins, obviously trading on a sideways fashion, up about 1.5% respectively. With respect to some of the altcoin, like the doggy coins, if you may, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu are up relatively nicely right now. Dogecoin up about close to 12%. Shiba Inu is up about 5% at the moment. And on the equity side, it's a relatively flat again. But if you look at it more of a specific focus on a respective sector, the financial sector seems like is experiencing some correction today, with respect to a lot of the earnings coming out for Q4 among the banks like JP Morgan, like Citigroup, like Wells Fargo, and it seems like collectively the majority of them have been surging relatively nicely in the last couple of months so far, obviously driven by the Feds on the quantitative tapering and the interest hikes, right, which have a direct correlation and a beneficial factor towards the financial sector, the banks, right? And seems like today, as they are providing their guidance for the outlook going forward, despite Jamie Dimon speaks, and obviously Goldman Sachs have spoken relatively, optimistic on the outcome of the economy, tapering and the interest rate as we further progress onto, more of an optimistic side of the spectrum going forward. The inflations onto the price level for financial stocks is not going to be that much weighted in comparisons to before, right? So with respect to the headwinds that they identify in their verbiage during their earnings call, and also triangulating that with the technical analysis, today was a relatively no-brainer in terms of shorting the financial stocks today. And if you also look into the psychology behind the charts, we can tell that a lot of the financial stocks are extremely overbought. And just specifically on JP Morgan, if I just take a look at it right now, I just recently looked at it. So we're currently down about 5.31%. You could see that we completely missed the mark. You could see that we were at the 63 out of 70. And at the same time, we were extremely overstretched, right? On the MACD and also on the RSI front as well. So today's correction or a sell-off of the missing on the guidance and lowering on the guidance for going forward because of the headwinds that the CFO has identified are logical. So this is not a surprise to me, and I think would it be a good time for us to buy the dip right now because we sold back down to more of like the 44, so more of a neutral level? I would say not really, actually. I would say JP Morgan and across multiple other financial stocks, if we are betting that we're going to be gliding into a more of an optimistic side of the spectrum economically going forward, that the COVID start to subside, travel start to come back up, normal course of economy start to revive back to normal again, as we completely revitalize all over again on a macro perspective, the stocks will slowly come back to more of a normal price level. And right now, this is just basically one of the signs that Wall Street is telling us that, we're trending in the right direction. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense, right? On why today is a specific affectation. But across the spectrum, I would say we're relatively flat, right? Obviously, there isn't really a needle driver type of news that's driving any sell-off or buying pressure across the crypto market, right? So right now, we're just guiding nicely. In addition to that, let me just look at the news real quick to see anything that is worth mentioning. I would say collectively, there's a lot of just whale activities about someone depositing a lot of money into Binance. And seems like there are some activities with respect to Tether freezes blacklisted $160 million of USDT on Ethereum. So it seems like there's some activities around some accounts being frozen. So quite interesting. And then the other one on Bazinga about 4 hours, we'll talk about with respect to the Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract is expected to release. And this is going to be something they're percolating, but this is a story is more about just like how they're developing so far, what's progression so far. So nothing really worth really mentioning. The main catalyst that we're seeing today, in addition to the hurdles that we've jumped through so far on the political front, is the big banks' earnings today, right? And we've seen this, and this is basically reflected into the price onto the overall market already. And I would say, despite the sell-off on the big banks' earnings today, I'd say it's some positive indicator on the macro perspective going forward. So that's pretty much on the news. So let's just dive straight into the technicals with respect to recording time of 12 exactly on the Eastern time. With respect to the Ethereum price level, is at $3,294, up about 1.57%. Where basically you could see that clearly we bounced from the 3158 earlier today. Interesting. And with the 40 out of 70, we're about to form a cross section upward. So it seems like we're forming a bull, first a bull flag, number one, at the same time a golden cross. We're relatively depleted. So I think the next level we need to get back up to would be the 3,475. So I think the weekend might not be the case, but if there's like no news, possibly we could get a bullish weekend. But we'll see, right? Because weekends are typically an opportunity for people to take some profit and run. But ultimately, it depends on the ratio between short-term investors and long-term investors. And the reason we're stabilizing around these levels is because it's showing us signs that there are more long-term investors than short-term investors in the equation. So interesting to see. Respect to Bitcoin, is currently up about 1.5%, comparable to Ethereum momentum. And we bounced from the mid level, right, the 42, which is the level that we have bounced from. And the next level we need to get up to would be the somewhere around 44. But the next level that we really need to get to is the above 48 to get momentum all over and to confirm the bullish reversal. Right now we're forming golden cross approximately, I would say, is very, very narrow. Yeah, we are in the golden cross, so we're gonna see some more buying pressure. And we have a double bounce, so you can see that this is like more of a cup and handle type of way on the RSI. And we're at the 39 out of 70. So I think Bitcoin seems like bullish at the moment. Dogecoin is up about 12%. You can see, wow, we surge up all the way to 2160. And we're basically matching with the historical level, the last surge we had, right? So whoever actually sold at 20, good job. I think that was the technical move. And 62.35 is the current RSI, very overbought. So I would not touch this at all. I would, still touch this when it's at 14.28 or below from here. Cardano's up about 3%. 134, 119. I'll still touch 119 in comparisons to the current level that we're at. We're basically hovering in the between level right now, just at a comfortable level, 47 out of 70, so not the best. Solana is at 147 or 148, down about 2%. At the moment right now, I would say either we go back to 133 or 113. 155 is the next level we need to get above for us to get momentum all over again. But it seems like it's been kind of wishy-washy. At the same time, we are at a relatively neutral level. So that's the next level we need to get up to, but we got canceled out twice if you look closely, right? So 133 is still a better bet for us. XRP is up about 0.8%, 0.48%. At the moment, we're below 78, right? But I'll give it a benefit of the doubt that if you round it up, it's basically 78 cents. So it's either we go up to the 88 or stay around here. 69 would be a stretch, but I think 75 would be a good level to dollar cost average if we are actually selling back down during this weekend. 42 out of 70, so still tolerable level, just buying now. With respect to polkadot, is up about 4% right now, 27, 26, anywhere from 24 to below would be a good level. Right now, the 50 out of 70. So I would probably not touch this yet. I'll wait until and be patient about this and until we get back to below 23.75 from here. ALGORAND's down about 0.6%. 136 to below to 125 would still be better level. Shiba Inu is up because Dogecoin is up. So right now 31.31 exactly with the 50 out of 70. Again, I'll still not touch this until we get back to like the low 2000s to the 1400 to the 900 from here. Polkadot is up about 2.26%. Again, this looks like a relatively bearish chart, right? You could see how much of an outlier we're driving on the MACD. We're 51 out of 70. 175 to 143 is still better level for us. AVAX 90. So it seems like this is a head and shoulder completely there. 81 to 60 is still better level for us. Luna is up about 3.61%. 53 out of 70, crossing up slowly. But again, more risk averse of me, I will still touch it around 62, 50 to 45 from here. And respect to risk management, these are the levels that I identify for the respective coins that we've already talked about. First, I just want to say congratulations on getting through this relatively crazy week that we've had so far. It was an expected volatile week with all these macro affectation, but we're there. We did the weekend, so hopefully, this is gonna be, more of a comfortable one going forward for us as we are shifting towards the weekend. Ultimately, use technical analysis, triangulate that with the quantitative analysis, and not allow emotions to stir your executions of your price level, right? So have a good one on this Friday, and I think probably my next video is gonna be in Paris. Hopefully, we'll see. I'm still trying to get my computer set up. So I'll let you know how that goes. But obviously, my Patreon members, you still hear from me, so let me know how that goes. All right, take care.